Several years ago, na-realize na agad ng Ford na buyers are moving towards na sa crossover car segment. Kaya naman dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, aside sa Mustang, wala nang other sedans na binibenta ang Ford. May mga nalungkot kasi yung ride comfort kasi and forma ng mga sedan ay iba talaga. Pero mukhang tama naman ang naging desisyon ng Ford dahil kung makita mo sa kalsada natin, sobrang naglipa na talaga ang mga crossovers sa kalsada. At dito sa video na to, tignan natin ang Ford Territory Titanium X na isa sa mga bestsellers ng Ford at least dito sa bansa natin. Tignan natin kung ano nga ba ang X factor ika nga na magsiset aside ng crossover na to compared to its other rivals in the segment. Quick trivia nga pala, sa China, Ford Equator ang tawag dito. And dahil nabanggit ko na rin ang China, kahit American car to, ang mga units na nakuha natin dito sa Pilipinas minamanufacture sa teritoryo ng China. Before I go on, kung mahilig ka sa Philippine car news and reviews, I would appreciate it if you can consider giving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. I post one video a week sharing my thoughts and opinions regarding Philippine cars. Maliit na bagay yan para sa inyo pero napakalaking tulong yan para lumago ang channel na to so that I may also know the interests of the Filipino consumer. This is not the Ford Blue that appeals to me and many of its buyers. Pero I will say na bagay itong blue metallic color dito sa bansa natin. Not dark, not light, just right, ika nga. So in terms of visibility sa gabi, for sure kitang kita ka sa kulay na to. Lalo na at all LED ang mga ilaw nito. Conventional ang looks nito sa harap in my opinion. Hindi masyadong nag-stand out pero that's not a bad thing if you ask me. Lalo na kung low profile driver / owner ka. For the safety bits, I see front parking sensors na makatulong when parking lalo na yung mga side street parallel parking. While that sensors will be helpful, ang mas malaking tulong na mabibigay sa'yo na feature dito sa harap is the front camera. Hindi na kailangan tansyahin. Ayan, kita mo na mismo dahil sa kanyang camera. Overall, this is a simple conventional layout. Pero ang grills na ito na talaga namang napakalaki for its size ang magdadala ng kanyang front view. As for the engine, it has a EcoBoost 1.5 liter naturally aspirated engine paired to what Ford calls a 7-speed automatic transmission with rotary e-shifter, or in short, DCT. Engine size is fine with the vehicle size pero the transmission is what makes this car exciting to drive lalo na on long straight roads. Pero take note, you need to study how DCT transmission works on city stop and go traffic ha. Hindi kasi siya kagaya ng conventional automatic or ng mga CVT na smooth ang transition. So this DCT transmission is something to note when driving. Here on the sides, dahil titanium X to, 19-inch ang kanyang mga gulong compared to the 18s ng lower variant nito. Hindi ganun ka-common ang mga 19-inch wheels pero meron naman yan. Just something to keep in mind when the time comes na kailangan na magpalit ng gulong. Dahil mataas ang engine power figures, naka-disc brakes na rin to on all 4 wheels para matulungan ang stopping power. On the side mirrors, may camera na din dun for the 360-degree view ng sasakyan. So ewan ko na lang talaga kung mag-gutter ka pa kapag nagpa-parallel park. Black plastic body claddings are minimal sa mga fenders nito and classy tingnan ang gray out trimmings sa baba. But if you know me, I don't like chromes, so kailangan kong i-point out yung door handles nito na chrome, which I am not a fan of. At the top, I see roof rails. Hindi ko lang sure kung functional to. Wala pa kasi ako nakitang territory na may roof rack. Pero knowing Ford, I think this is functional and madali nang magpakabit ng roof racks. Ilang beses na akong na-stuck sa traffic sa likod ng isang territory. And I will say, nampakamacho ng likod nito. Parang ang laki niyang tignan. Parang SUV ang dating, unlike the other crossovers. Kung gaano kasimple in my eyes yung harap and gilid nito, siya namang kinamacho ng likod. I don't know kung ako lang yun though. Maraming mga nangyayari dito sa likod for my eyes, lalo na yung lower part dahil sa design ng kanyang bumper na parang in-emphasize ang kanyang 190mm of ground clearance. Power tailgate with kick sensor din pala ang pagbukas ng likod nito. May built-in tonneau cover pa na kasamang umaangat kaya hindi masyadong sagabal kapag kailangang maglagay ng mga bagahe. Similar to other crossovers, napaka-usable ng kanyang 448 liters of trunk capacity. Yan talaga ang benefit ng mga crossovers kaya napakabenta nila. Yung spare tire neto can be found underneath and I see na donut spare lang to. So something to keep in mind din yun, lalo na when considering its price. Together with the spare tire are pockets for you to organize yung mga tools like jack, wrenches, screwdrivers na hindi masyadong ginagamit. Kaya best na nasa ilalim din yun para magamit and ma-maximize mo ang kanyang trunk space. This is something na I think other manufacturers needs to copy. Entering the rear seats, dalawang bagay ang unang pumasok sa isip ko. First is napakasosyal ng dating. Ang laki ng legroom dito. And second, naku po, madumihin tong mga upuan na to and sides dahil sa light colored materials. The leather seats are okay. Merong center armrest and cup holders din yun. And the godsend aircon vents dito sa likod. May isang USB Type-C port dito sa likod na pwedeng gamiting charger ng mga gadgets and devices. Parang ito ang pinakamaluwag or at the very least, isa to sa mga pinakamaluwag na crossover of this size and price point siguro in our market. Legroom is really superb. Walang problema sumakay kahit ang mga gaya ko na more than average ang size. Seating 3 people here is not the best idea pero unlike other rear seats, tingin ko mas komportable ang tatlong average size Pinoy adults dito compared sa iba. It really looks like na yung laki ng size nito sa labas equates sa laki ng size dito sa loob. Now, opening the front doors to see the front seats, I really need to emphasize how much I don't like power seats. Unless otherwise meron tong lumbar support adjustment which fortunately meron tong Territory X. While mas prefer ko ang mga manual seats kasi mas mabilis and mas madali adjust yun. Life is short, let's make use of our time properly. Pero kung may lumbar support naman, why not? Sarap kaya nun for long drives. Steering wheel is leather wrapped, feels good to the touch. And both sides, meron tong buttons para makontrol ang mga features. Something different and unconventional dito is the shifter. While P, R, N, and D ang mga gears, rotary knob sila unlike the traditional ones. This might be a big deal for some people, pero from my experience, hindi ko naman masyadong hinawakan na ang cambio during driving, lalo na at may auto hold function naman, which is the same case kasama ng kanyang electronic parking brake. True to its size, ang daming pockets and storage dito sa harap. Ang lalim and nanlaki ng kanyang center armrest and its storage box. Cup holders na nabubuksan sa gitna, then dampen ng kanyang glove box compartment which is, at least for me, a premium feature. Other tech features is also a wireless charging pad na bagay dahil sa kanyang Apple CarPlay and Android Auto using its enormous 12-inch infotainment screen. Another thing na makuha mo nga rin pala rito na wala sa lower variant nito is the panoramic sunroof na talagang mag-elevate ng passenger experience. I say passenger kasi ang driver naman hindi napapansin ang sunroof dahil nasa daan ang mata. This is a really great front seats. Looks more premium than its actual price point. Pero something na magandang tingnan while new is the black piano finishes sa area specifically ng kanyang cambio. Pero since ito ay high traffic area, kailangan ng extra careful and extra care neto sa maintenance kasi hindi ganun kaganda ang mga to in the long run. Trust me, I know. Kaya ayaw ko rin ng mga black piano finishes While makinis and malinis habang bago, ang sakit na sa mga mata neto kapag nakita ko after several years or baka months nga lang. May mga protection films naman na pwede nang maglagay ngayon para maging scratch resistant, pero that's also something you need to invest kung gusto mong ma-maintain ang pristine look ng kanyang interior. Currently priced at 1,599,000 Philippine peso at the time of this video's release, medyo masakit na to sa bulsa when comparing it to other available crossovers in the market. Even for its size, may mga mas murang offerings naman na with more or less the same tech and safety features. Some people may say na galing naman sa Chinese manufacturers yung mga yun. Pero gaya ng sabi ko kanina, made in China din ang Territory, which is really not a bad thing overall. Pero its price point is I think is what is killing the success of the Territory. But if you like how it looks and drives, pero medyo mabigat sa bulsa yung initial price. For sure, every now and then, may mga promos and discounts naman ang Ford to make this more affordable. Or, if you can leave some features behind, andyan ang lower variant neto, which is the titanium, na 264,000 Philippine pesos less expensive. So, I think that is something to think about then when buying a titanium or a Titanium X. That's it for this video. Kung may gusto kayong idagdag, put them in the comment section down below. So this is Kai, your driver but not so sweet lover na nagsasabing, keep calm, drive safe, and stay awesome.